This is what's pissing me off today. I'm Bob Pritchard. Well, as you're probably aware, we have municipal elections coming up in just about a year from now. And one of the big discussion points that's going to be coming up is who's going to be running for the mayor of the city of Toronto. Olivia Chow looks to be pretty solid right now, but it all comes down to who she's going to be running against. As is the case in most municipal elections, the incumbents seem to have a big leg up in terms of scoring an additional victory. But things could change a little bit if John Tory decides that he'd like to run once again to become mayor of Toronto. And personally, I hope that that does not happen. And the reason for it is quite straightforward. I've known John for a lot of years now, and he's a very, very smart man, but somehow he seems to be able to snatch defeat out of the jaws of victory. Way back when he was the head of the Progressive Conservative Party here in the province of Ontario, things didn't go too well in his election campaign. He was doing really well right up to the point where he got into the whole business about religious-orientated schools, like the separate school board, and whether it was fair that they get funding and other groups not get funding. Then later on, he managed to get himself elected as the mayor of the city of Toronto. And everybody was thinking, wow, here's a smart guy who's got a fresh approach in politics, who's going to really do a great job for the city. Unfortunately, he screwed that one up too, literally unfortunately, as he got caught into a scandal, and that was the end of him as the mayor of Toronto, and Olivia took over, and looks to be doing a pretty decent job, although I have to admit I find her rhetoric a little redundant right now. She gets on these big campaign things that she's working on, and then it seems to go by the wayside, and some other issue takes over, but it's always the same complaint: they don't have enough money. So what would happen if John Tory did decide to run again? Obviously, he's a known commodity, and I would suspect there's a lot of people in Toronto who would think he'd be a decent replacement to Olivia. But what I worry about is how John could mess it up. How can you snatch defeat out of the jaws of victory? And that's something that Tory absolutely excels at. So when you come right down to it, probably Olivia will be re-elected, but it would be interesting if John decided to run again, just because it makes the election that more interesting. And that's what's pissing me off today. I'm Bob Pritchard.